What's up, all you adventurous minions? No, not everybody can get out and adventure. I'll be your eyes and your ears. I'll take you on an adventure. You never know where we will go. If you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Give me a thumbs up. Smash that red subscribe button. Hit that little bell icon so you know when I got new videos coming out. Dude, we're here today at this river. Just walking around. Coffee girl.
Everybody ready, set, teleport.
Whoa. What happened? Where are we now? Check it out, guys. We teleported somewhere. You know where we're at?
I don't know where we're at. Somewhere in the past.
Somewhere in the past. We teleported to the past. Check this out, guys. Figure out where we're at. Now this looks familiar to me. Where's the cars?
I don't know. I haven't seen any cars.
No airplanes? Where are we?
A lawnmower?
No lawnmower? Where the hell they cut their grass? What's going on over here? What's this? There's a lot.
Hey, watershed.
Watershed?
I hear water.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, guys. Snapped my fingers and we ended up, I don't know where we're at. I found some people. Maybe these guys can help us figure out where we're at. Excuse me, sir. Can you help me figure out where we're at?
I'm wondering where you come from. You look a little different than I do. Maybe you lost some clothes.
I come from the year 2021.
2021.
2020. Where are we at?
We're in 1775 Virginia.
Whoa.
I don't know 2021. Don't know about all that, but yeah, we're at Martin Station, out on the frontier of Virginia. We're in the blacksmith shop at the moment, and me and Master Jacob here is working on some fire strikers, some steels. So we're just
Here. Get this thing in. Hold it for him so you can get the. There you go. Cool, thank you.
He didn't know what that thing was. He's like, what is
That's
that?
incredible.
Yeah.
we're taking one of my old files and reforging it into a striker. The tool we use, like this, to make fire. We use a piece of flint and a steel to create heat to make fire. So this is my #1 tool of anything I have, because without this or this, some way to make heat, I can't do any of my jobs. And so if I can't make tools and I don't have any way to repair my tools, then everything almost stops. So I have to have knives to work with, to maybe in my structures, or to cut up meat to feed myself. We need axes to build these cabins. We need pans and spoons and forks and ladles and shovels and things inside the ladies need in there, in the common house. That's where most of the cooking done here. And so that's the reason that's my most important tool. So I always keep 2 or 3 made up extra. And so once I get enough of them made up, enough other things too, like my draw knives, will temper them all at the same time. And so that makes it worth me using my oil that we'll use for temper. Just trying to get enough projects up to do that.
What you in the process of making now?
A striker, one of those that's in that box. And so just the only two things we do in forging, if we don't remove metal, we just move metal. And so this being wide, I want to make it a little thicker, but a little shorter this way. So upsetting it down into itself to thicken it up so I got a good striking edge. And then I'll draw it out and put ears up on each end like this one so that I can get a hold of it to strike again my flint. And so nothing is wasted. This is just a file that was half wore out and it got broke. So that's the reason I'm using it.
It's pretty cool. I'm still wondering how we got here. Where are we again?
We're in 1775, Virginia.
1775.
Wilderness Road State Park is where we are. Martin Station, originally built in 1775 by Joseph Martin and his team of men. And so we're all out here working for him, doing jobs he needs done to settle this land here.
This is awesome. I don't still. We got the mountains right there, guys. Check them out.
You can see how we're just drawing it down this way, but making it a little thicker that way.
Where you guys get the coal? From the mines? You guys mine it?
Nope. So this is hardwood charcoal. They know there was coal here from back in 1755. They didn't have no good way to get it out. This is just hardwood charcoal. We're clearing land every day, making more room for crops and stock. So you can take that wood and turn it into charcoal. That's a lot easier than going to that mountain and mining the coal out. And there's no roads to get over there to haul it back either. So it'd be very labor intensive to go get the coal. Charcoal is very labor intensive too, but a lot easier than going and getting that coal. 2 men could take wood and turn it into charcoal. Very labor intensive for those 2 men, but I don't need all 17 men over there mining coal, leaving the station empty.
Right.
And so the charcoal would be the best. Right. Now, back in eastern Virginia, they're using coal. They're mining coal already around Richmond area there now. But so just whatever was readily available to you was used. Here's the charcoal.
Nothing goes to waste.
No,
Like
nothing.
every single thing is used and reused. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you build things for people to trade for
Whatever.
whatever you need?
As much as I can get out of
Your
it.
furs and...
Well, I'm not too much worried about that, and there's not enough business to keep me in this shop every day. We're doing mostly repair for people on their things. Other times I'm out in the gardens taking care of my crops. I may go out and kill my own food to eat, and so mostly I'm repairing things for the station here because I'm under Martin's employment. So I'm doing stuff for him. But if a traveler comes through, such as yourself, and you may have broke something on your wagon, need it fixed, I could do that for you. And then we can work out some kind of trade. You may not have any money to pay me. You may could help me, maybe get me some meat for the day. Or you may do some work for me for a couple hours. There's many ways of bartering back and forth without actually changing anything amongst hands. But me giving you something now may get you to help me down the road somewhere. And so that's just as important too as money in the pocket.
Right.
Because out here without people, we can't survive. People is more important than money.
Right.
Friends is more important. Without those, we can't survive. We have to have help. I could build this structure by myself if I had an oxen or a horse to help move the logs around. but it's still hard to do by myself. So if I've got friends in my community to help me, that's more important than anything else I could have. So.
Right. I think we'll let you get back to your thing. We're gonna teleport on out of here.
Thank you. Nice to meet you guys. And
Nice to meet you too.
safe travels down the trail.
Thank you.
Have a
You
good
too.
one.
Check it out, guys. I can't believe that we teleported to a whole different time, whole different era. I'm not really sure exactly where we're at. Let's go over here. What's happening? Wow, check this out, guys.
Maybe they could tell us.
Maybe they can tell us something about where we're at. Kind of lost. We don't even look right. We don't look like none of these people. People are looking at us like we're, man,
No, I mean sheep.
sheep where?
They're in front of us.
Sheep. Not. Hello? Anybody home? Check it out, guys. Wow.
Got their birds trying. The Indians and garlic.
Wow, guys. This is cool.
Yeah, you gotta keep your head down. You're tall.
Yeah, I hit my head on these. Check them out. Go upstairs. I ain't gonna go upstairs though. We could probably see. Through here. Wow. Well, here's where they must cook at. All these pots and pans.
The hooks over the fire pit.
Wow, we got the hooks over the fire pit. Wow, guys. I'm still confused on where we're at. We gotta go figure this out. You guys ready to go figure out where we're at? Martin Station somewhere, but still, I'm still confused.
What year is it?
He said 17. I think he said we're in 1775. Let me check this out, guys. Wow. There's some sheep, guys.
Big old sheep.
Anybody home here? Hello? Oh, somebody's around. Oh, guys. Check it out. Oh, got a fireplace over there. Check out the bed. Oh. Wow, guys. This is cool. Still trying to figure out where we're at. But in the meantime, let's check this out. Oh, there's a bear. Is that a bear?
Bear skin.
Bear skin? Check it out.
Oh, real rough.
Yeah, it is. Check out these old pitchforks and stuff.
Nope.
Wow. In here, guys.
Yeah. Looks like an animal house, maybe.
Maybe for the sheep.
Maybe. Oh, look at all the
Wow, these are probably for ox.
The old yoke. Oh, not yoke,
What are they for?
yeah, they're for
Check it out, guys.
they're for cattle.
There's some more for saddles. Wow, guys. This place is cool. That a fox?
I think it's a fox. Pretty sure it's a fox. Super soft.
Super soft.
Yeah, it's a fox.
Whoa, we got a cannon, guys. Check it out. Is this that new cabin he was talking about they were building?
Mm-hmm. Check out how they do that.
Wow, check out how they do this, guys.
It's a split. I'm guessing.
Wow.
They got it locked, but yeah, I'm guessing. That wood smells like fresh.
Ladder. Wow, guys. Look how we make them.
Wow. That's pretty neat.
Oh, right here's a cannon. I can see this. We'll come back to that cannon. Let's go check out this cabin. Wow, guys. What's that used for? If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Some kind of club. Oh, probably for a hammer, huh? Right there's the spikes.
Maybe.
Wow, guys. This is cool. Little door. Wow. Still looking for some more people, guys. Help us figure out where we're at.
Hello, how are you folks today?
Oh, scare me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm all right. I'm from the future.
Welcome to the past.
I got this device in my hand here. It's not witchcraft or anything. It's just...
I hope it's not witchcraft.
No.
You burned the stake with witchcraft.
All right, nope.
This is a period Bible here too. Yeah, I mean they're exact copies. They're not originals by any means. I wouldn't ever bring original out. But if you'll notice, the
Wow.
S's are double F's. The T sometimes can be a V. It's a little bit hard to read. You're welcome to come inside if you like, folks.
All right.
This will be the officers' quarters. I'm Sergeant Mordecai Horde. At your service.
Live It Up YouTube channel. I snapped my fingers so I teleport all over the place. And I snapped my fingers and I ended up here. I don't even know where I'm at. I'm from 2021.
Station, 1775.
Wow, 1775. We just come from 2021.
You are a ways out. Now, if I had seen you coming out of the common house over there, I might accuse you of being a little bit too much rum. Being inebriated just a tad. Pulling a bender, if you will. And of course, a bender would be a sixpence. I'll show you a sixpence here. Oops. No, that's some of the modern stuff somebody left out of here. Let me get some of the good stuff out.
The good stuff.
There's a bender. It's a sixpence.
Well, check this out, guys.
Now, when you think of pulling a bender, you think of, getting a little bit inebriated. Well, in this time period, you could get enough rum for a sixpence to pull a bender.
Nice.
It was called a bender because it was so thin you could bend it.
Wow.
So a sixpence, you could get quite a bit of spirits, rum. Rum would be the drink of choice in 1775 at the common houses. And the other blockhouse would be a common house. Martin had the first license to have a common house. You had to have license back then to sell food and to sell spirits. And of course, this time period, rum would be the spirit of choice, even though after the Revolution, then it was homemade brew, squeezins, if you will, corn liquor.
Shine.
Shine, yes, ma'am. And it caused you to pull a shine, so to speak. Like I say, you've got any questions? I'll be
Yeah,
glad to answer
like
them.
who are you?
I'm Sergeant Mordecai Horde of Martin's Company.
What do you do?
I am part of the militia here. I own 650 acres. Martin, when he came in with me and his brother Bryce and about 17 men in 1769, because Martin came in before anybody else and established a settlement, he was granted 21,000 acres of land by Dr. Thomas Walker and the Loyal Land Company.
Wow.
We didn't get to stay long. The Indian sign forced them back to the Watauga settlements. Came back out in January of 75, and by June the fort was completed. And because of its proximity on the Wilderness Road, the same year that the fort was being built, Daniel Boone, 30 axemen, were moving down the valley marking the way. He was hired by Judge Richard Henderson of North Carolina, who is at this time would have made treaty with the Cherokee, purchasing most of what is now Kentucky and portions of Middle Tennessee, and hoping to sell it for a shilling an acre. Some of it was bringing it that lower price. So if you're needing land, we can sell you land here, minimum of 10 acres. If you have 5 British pounds or the equivalent of 5 British pounds in trade goods or hides, namely deer or a beaver, we can do business.
So yeah, you guys are mostly on trades then.
Yes,
We
because
trade.
from here to Boonesboro was about 138 miles. This was
Right.
the last stop.
We still trade too, and where we come from, we trade this stuff.
Well, we have paper too. We have paper species. The English gold and silver is really hard to come by, but we do have probably more Spanish silver than English silver, because England forbade most of the specie to be used in the colonies. They prefer paper money. And of course, here in Virginia, our basis of the economy is based on tobacco. So everybody's growing tobacco, good price for it. Europe buys more than we can make,
Right.
more than we can grow.
Right. Are you like did you fight in the wars?
I was in French and Indian War.
Is that with them are gun
69.
ports, right?
Yes, these are gun ports, and because at times we do not get along well with the Indians, we have to. This is a place for defense. And in 75, we're expecting, rumor has it, that the British may be mounting attack. Lexington, Concord, we know about that. Shots have been fired. Over 40 people were killed there at Lexington and Concord.
Wow.
And we know about this, and so we're trying to prepare for the possible invasion. Rumor has it the British are going to come up through Spanish Florida, or coming down from Detroit from the northern. So whichever they come, we have to be prepared. And unfortunately, not everybody wants to have independence. You still have Tories, people who want to still be loyal to the king, and then we have some people that just don't know which. And so we'll see. Me, I'm for Congress. I want the independence. After all the Stamp Acts and that was issued in 65, the Intolerable Acts in 74, after all of these taxes have been put upon us, it's time now that we rule ourselves.
All
We're
right.
out here on the frontier. Every able-bodied man 16 and 60 has to serve in the militia. And we don't have British soldiers to protect us, or we haven't had. So we've done it ourselves. And so when they start laying these taxes on us, I can show you exactly what I mean, sir. This is probably the most egregious tax put on us in 65. This is the Stamp Act. Every piece of paper, whether it be a newsprint, a handbill, a legal document, had to have this tax. If you failed it, for example, this is a 6 pence tax. Half a shilling, not very much. Some of it was a penny. And look at the 10 pounds penalty for buying or selling an untaxed object. Lucky for Britain, it was repealed in 66, but they gave us another act right in its place, the Declaratory Acts, which means that the British can tax us any way they want to.
All right.
Then we've got the Boston Tea Party. All of these things have taken place. The Intolerable Acts, taxes on paper, lead, that was things that we used, we imported in. The Quartering Act, in which you had to quarter British soldiers in vacant buildings and pay for their food and their medical services.
How much would it cost to, like, say if I want to stay here, right, because I'm traveling through, right?
It'll cost you about 6 pence a night.
6 pence a night?
Or you could swap out for labor, sir.
Warm in there.
If you have a skill, such as even a woodcutter, we'll find some use here.
All right.
If you have a skill like a cooper or a blacksmith or, haberdashers wouldn't be that necessary out on the frontier,
Right.
but certainly a smith, or you can hunt, all skills will be welcome.
All right.
And Martin will hire you.
All right. I'm gonna teleport on out of here, and hopefully I end up where I'm supposed to be.
I hope so too, sir.
All right. Have a good one.
By the way, are you for king or Congress?
I'm neutral.
I'm neutral.
You're neutral? Well, maybe we can convince you before too long. As long as you're not a Tory.
No, I'm not for the king.
Well, we've even got the King's Proclamation here. We don't pay attention to it.
That's funny.
That's great.
All right, you
You take care of yourselves.
You too.
You too. Take
It was nice meeting you.
So they only wrote English? Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Now you're of course Latin will still
Wow, guys.
for medical reasons and for fact.
That explained a lot of where we're at. Looks like they cook out here.
Hope the Indians don't come down the mountain.
I hope the Indians don't come down the mountain. Native Americans come down the mountain. Check out the view. Check it out. I'm gonna walk over here, guys. I'm gonna walk in here and see what this is about. See where we're at now, guys.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
Hi, I'm from the year 2021. I kind of teleport. I snap my fingers and I go places. And I ended up here.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not familiar with it. Them guys told me I'm in 1775.
Right. Yep. That's our time period. 75, 76. Actually, this time of the year it would have been deserted in 76. June, July, 76. The state, the colony of Virginia is no longer the colony of Virginia.
Right.
They're claiming they're now the state of Virginia,
Right.
and they do not recognize the part of this was a land grant, royal land grant, with Thomas Walker. They don't recognize royal land grants.
Right.
The other part of it was Richard Henderson bought what he called the path deed. He bought the middle part of Kentucky and Tennessee, but he needed to go from the settlements about where Kingsport, Tennessee is.
Right.
That was about where the line was. Okay, coming through Moccasin Gap there. Just if you're coming from Kingsport, come just over into Virginia, you come through a gap. That's Moccasin Gap. Okay, from Moccasin Gap on up to I think Pineville, about Pineville, Kentucky. Then that's where you hit the Cumberland River, and so this was all still Indian land after he bought that other. So he bought a path deed which came right through here. Okay, this new state of Virginia, they didn't recognize any purchases
Right.
of Richard Henderson.
Right. Because he said he owns, like, I forgot how many. He owned a bunch of acres. That guy over there. I
Right,
forgot his
okay.
name.
Yeah, so
I see you got
So-
guns and stuff. Am I supposed to be like scared of like an attack or anything from
well,
the?
that's what we got our fort for. We had an attack here in May, in about early June. We did have an attack, and that's why we built the fort here. And I'll tell you the reason we had the attack. See, Richard Henderson's path deed came from Moccasin Gap, and came right down through here to Cumberland Gap. Okay, if you go down this valley past Cumberland Gap, you'll see that it's a very nice valley. It lays well. It's well watered. So when the people came in and started settling here, they went on past Cumberland Gap and continued on down the valley. Okay, so the Cherokee who sold this path deed, Colonel Henderson, they come up and they find out there's people down there on part who wasn't a part of the deal. So there was a little skirmish that went on there, and that alarmed everyone, and so that's why they built the fort in June, July of 1775. So that's why we have a fort.
Right. Do you build your own bullets, or does he build your bullets for you? Make your bullets for you?
Well,
Forges
I tell
them for
what,
you?
When you had, unfortunately, I do not have a bullet mold here, but when you bought your rifle, it came.
Or musket balls? Ain't that what they're called?
Well, this is a rifle. The muskets shoot a great big ball like this. Military muskets do. And a rifle like this shoots a much smaller in this range. And there's at least two different sizes there. There might be three different sizes. So the rifles are much more accurate. The smoothbore guns aren't very accurate. If you're hunting a deer, for instance, with a smoothbore gun, you probably have to be within 50 yards to be able to hit the deer. Now, of course, deer's this big.
Right.
Right.
The place you want to hit's only about this big. But with a rifle, these guys out here are taking deer to 150 yards.
Dang.
So that's why the rifle is very popular out here.
Right.
I believe there's 50-50 rifles and smoothbore guns on the edge of the frontier where we are here. Then as the frontier moved, then there was perhaps less need for a rifle. The game is smaller now. The big game's moving toward the west.
Right.
So then it came more like 1/3 rifles.
Right. And then this is your daughter, right?
Well, I call her my granddaughter.
Right. Would you be scared of her getting taken?
Well, she's building her a gun right here.
See, come and get me.
She's going to carry with her every time she goes anywhere. So, yeah, she's wanting to learn how to build guns. So, I offered to help her with the gun. That particular gun was kid had already had some of the work done, but she's done quite a bit of the work herself here. The part for the barrel, that was already done, and this was rough shaped, but she's put the lock in, and she put the side plate in.
Nice.
Right.
Did all that work herself.
Right.
And then also the trigger plate, the trigger, which isn't in there right now, and then this is where the trigger guard goes on there.
Right. So for like the trigger piece and all the metal pieces, you'd have him. You'd trade something to him for him to
Well,
make them
tell
for you.
What, I wouldn't let him do it. I would make it myself.
Oh, all right.
Let me show you how to make a trigger. So where's that hammer? You see it? Here it is. Here it is. I got it. You start with a piece of just sheet like this, and then I could take it with a hammer, hit the edge of it, like that. Now you can see it already started to look like a little trigger, isn't it?
Right. Yep.
Now, if I kept doing that, I could eventually get it to look like that. You can see how that's
Right.
the light's not very good that way. You can see how that's just been formed over like that. Now you might say, well, how come it's so long? Well, if you look at these triggers, they ought to have a little decorative curl on the end of it. So you make it real long, and then you file it, smooth it up real nice, put a little point on it right there. See, like that one.
Yeah.
And then you roll it around, cut this back somewhat about like this, and now you got a trigger.
Wow.
So that's the way the trigger of this rifle was made.
Right.
That's incredible.
As a matter of fact, this rifle was made here. Well, let me show you what it says on top of the barrel. Can you read that?
Yep. Martin Station 3.
Number
Number
three.
three.
This is the third rifle made in this shop. In all three cases, we started with a lock and a barrel and a piece of wood, and then all the rest of the parts were made here, including the trigger and including all the screws. The very first thing that you do is just set the barrel in the piece of wood. So this is what that one looked like just a couple of days after starting up. The barrel's been set in. It's sort of been rough profiled, but it's still just a block of wood.
Mm,
So you just keep taking off wood and adding parts, and pretty soon that's what it looks like.
beautiful. Beautiful piece of art.
Now all the brass on here, all the yellow brass, all that brass was sand cast over next door. This is a sand casting. Just right out of the sand, all I did was just clean it and bring it over here. If I hold it right there, then you'll see what that
Right, yep.
that goes to. Now you can see that this one is pretty rough, but this other one has what I call prettiness on it. All that prettiness was filed in by hand.
Right.
Wow.
That's
That's
amazing.
incredible.
It is amazing, ain't it?
Yeah.
You guys are amazing here. You ever telling me how you guys build your structures and stuff with mud, water, hay, cow manure, or
No, horse, not cow.
yeah, horse, not cow, or I forgot the other one. You said if you can't find that, then you can use this. What was that called? You know?
Well, I don't know that. I know they use clay. Now
Right.
around here, this part of the country, you start digging, you're going to run into red clay.
Right.
They use the clay, and then it's got the hay in there to give it strength, because the
Right.
clay will dry up and it'll crack and it'll fall out.
Right.
Right.
So you put that in there, and then they say that if you add the horse manure to it, it doesn't crack so much. So it makes it a little bit stronger and a better bond and everything. So
Right.
those are the three things that I know that they put into it. There may be some other things too. I actually didn't do any of that. As a matter of fact, when they were building the gun shop, I kept complaining that it wasn't ready yet. So
Right. All right. I think we're gonna have to teleport back to our time zone and try to figure out where we're coming from, where we're at. And thank you for your time.
okay, sure,
Y'all have a good
You
one.
guys have a good one.
okay.
What's that for?
Well, this place is pretty cool, guys. You guys ready? Teleport. See where we end up? Ready, set, teleport. And we're back, guys. We're in the car. That was wild. What did you think?
I was crazy. I didn't know where we were. I still don't know how we got back to our car.
Wow, guys. Remember, give me a thumbs up. Smash that red subscribe button. Hit that little bell icon, you know, when I got new videos coming out. See you on the next one.